my face.
It doesn't fit.
We look like proper idiots, yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas. Welcome to BreakFace. I'm Titty. That's
Steve.
here. And we got our buddy Mike in the studio.
Welcome, Mike.
What's up, Mike? How you doing?
I'm still alive and kicking.
I can't even take myself seriously with this hat on.
Neither can anybody else, so don't feel bad.
It's new Jamie's hat.
New Jamie.
Yeah, so I'm wearing it
Yeah. All right.
because I gave up my man hat.
What happened to old Jamie?
Old Jamie is actually Joe Rogan's assistant on his podcast, and my wife, she helps us out a little bit, so we dubbed her New Jamie in honor of Joe Rogan's
Was
Jamie.
another development on last week's show. We also talked about Uncle Shh.
Uncle
Shh. Now, everybody had that perverted uncle, that thought or called anal sex. Shh. You see, so Uncle Shh. Everyone has one in their family, and he comes on the show once in a while, and
Every now
makes
and
an
again.
appearance
Yeah,
or whatever. So,
He'll tell you to be quiet.
and what else did we talk about?
To just let it happen. We talked about the Plan B pill. We talked about roofying people and then giving the Plan B pill to them.
right.
Just get it all done and over with. What else?
Well, we were wondering if it was rude while someone was talking to just pop a Xanax in their mouth or a roofie or something, and so
Yeah, is that rude?
Is that rude?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I've never tried it. So I haven't got that kind of courage.
So what we came up with is, no, that's not rude. Throwing a Plan B pill and after that's rude. So we were like, oh, no, okay.
I see.
Uncle
Okay.
Shh says here, drink this. So
How's your volume? Is it good?
It sounds fine to me.
you hear yourself? Yeah?
All right.
yeah,
Well, we officially started
No
2
wardrobe
minutes ago.
malfunctions.
We're still working out the kinks. We love this.
kinky.
Working on some new camera angles and some other things too. I might actually get all crazy and zoom in and edit the videos a little bit more
Nice.
more dynamically. But then I thought, nah, fuck that. that sounds like work. I don't get paid for this, people.
He actually has some skills making little videos. I mean, he made this little when they got him and his wife just got their red belt in Taekwondo, and
Yeah, woo-woo.
it was a pretty cool little video, and I realized this guy's got some skills. So I talked to him about making doing some stuff for the party, and he's willing. I didn't want to overwhelm him, I just before, we'd make some progress with something like this, and I would overwhelm them with just excitement, basically excitement.
There he goes. You
And
just overwhelmed him.
I ran him off already. But anyway, no, he's agreed to do some stuff for the party, and we would it'd be.
I mean, I've got
good.
the studio. I've got the means.
So is he doing the party poppers or the punch or I'm just trying to figure out is he doing the costumes or the decorating or which part of this party is he taking care of? I mean, I'm just curious.
all parts. I'm the stripper. I'm the
Pole
I'll
I'll
Pole
jump out of
dancer.
the cake. I'll dance on a pole. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
No, I can do that too. Just lay it on the floor and kind of roll around.
Just
with it.
roll it. Yeah. All right. So Mike, we brought you on because you are, in fact, the go.
The go what?
Aren't you? Tell him. Tell the people.
Mike, for those who don't know, Mike is the state vice chairman of the Veterans Party of Alaska.
There we go.
When did that happen?
I don't know, but
Oh God! Now you're in trouble, guys.
am I improperly accusing you?
No.
Guilty as charged. Bailiff, whack his pee-pee.
Whack his pee-pee. And on previous episodes, we've
fucking
talked
head.
about how you, Steve, had some affiliation with the national chair or national party, and then you're working the local party.
I currently serve as the state chair for the Veterans Party of Alaska, and Veterans Party of Alaska briefly united with the Veterans Party of America. I mean, it kind of would make sense.
Would make sense.
They have a lot of infighting, like any other political party, and basically, anyway, I had some success up here, and with getting Mike on board and various other things, and we got we're the only party to have a headquarters where we meet and meetings and and things like that. I mean, I filled the executive committee and things like just basically doing my job, registering voters and so on. We had a couple of candidates, and anyway, so the Central Committee, the other state chairs in the Veterans Party of America, thought something of me or whatever, and voted me in for national vice chair. And
It's probably that magnificent chest hair.
I think so. Steve McQueen.
I don't know, ladies. I'm going to zoom in on the chest hair for
good,
that. Yeah,
good.
Check it out, ladies. Drink it in.
I am single, so ready to
Drink
mingle,
it in.
So I felt like a turtle on a post, a turtle post. The turtle has obviously been elevated much higher than the turtle is comfortable, and wonders what the turtle did to get there, and it is totally out of its element. So that was me. That was me for a whole year. And anyway, it's a lot of infighting. You really got about a handful of real pipe swingers there that are spending their own money and doing their thing and actually trying to do their job. The rest of the 95% of the party is just Klingons, just, I guess, introducing themselves as the chairman of the Veterans Party of New Jersey in a bar somewhere or something. I don't know. They're not doing their job. They're not doing anything. So
I gotta ask, how much pussy do you think that actually says now?
Politics. They don't exactly drop their panties, willingly.
Oh my god!
As we're finding out today.
You're the what? I like to surround on rocks.
Yeah.
Shut up.
We can edit that out for my wife's benefit, by the way, guys.
Chris, our titties, he goes off on these things sometimes.
That's just how I work. Sorry about that.
Never mind. It'll just come from left field all of a sudden. You're playing shortstop, and then Uncle is right there. You never know. So
that's when you wake up in the dugout, right?
In Africa, missing a kidney. Oh fuck!
I used to be a medic too. So
hey, so I had an interesting thing happen to me. I accidentally said hello to a feminist. And my trial begins tomorrow, so wish me luck.
Damn, that fast?
Yeah, the feminist. So
oh yeah, I don't know any.
Yeah,
I don't think I do know any feminists.
Right. Just think
they avoid me like the plague.
I didn't whip out a cock or anything. I mean, damn.
If you want to get in trouble with a feminist, all you got to do is look at him and say, "Hey, lady, how you doing?"
Did you just assume my gender?
Right.
Yes.
Can I get the door for you, ma'am?
What makes you think I need you to get the door for me, boy?
When their biceps are bigger than yours, it's not a good sign.
No.
Yeah. I always wonder. I mean, anyway. Where does RuPaul put that thing? I don't know.
Oh,
what the fuck.
You really want to know?
But I do know. What I do know is that Pee Wee Herman was the only actor that actually kept his hands to himself.
For those of you that don't know,
kids,
he was caught masturbating in a movie theater.
Yes.
In the 90s?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pee-wee.
Poor guy.
Pulling his pud.
Yeah, but at least
everybody's got to have a pastime.
You got to do it, Everybody deserves clean pipes.
All this sexual harassment stuff, it really stems from men finding women attractive. Oh fuck. What?
I think it stems from finding them attractive, but then,
Yes, we act inappropriately sometimes. I get it. But
if you're like, oh, I find you attractive, and then you just flop your dong on their table.
Right.
Coming out a little strong.
Yeah. We do act inappropriate. Love causes you to do strange things,
And they love it when you do it.
They do.
Right.
And they wait 40 years for you to run for office, and then they say something about it.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can just my hate mail sense is tingling right now.
I was watching, what do they call that? Something about Mysteries at the Museum last night, and they're talking about these two guys that got in a fight over a woman. And they went up in balloons and took a shot at each other. And one of them ended up plunging to earth and dying. Yeah, back in the 1800s. And I thought, nothing's changed.
Dueling in balloons?
Yeah, they were doing dueling in balloons.
Hot air balloon duel.
Hot air balloon duel. One guy, the first guy that shot missed the other guy's balloon. I thought, how do you miss?
Right.
Muskets. That's how you miss, I guess.
Now we can honestly say you can't hit the broadside of a hot air balloon.
He can't say he's dead, but he died as a result.
Those old musket pistols, they were just to the belly. I mean, they were belly guns. Yeah. Really. I mean, you 10 paces, you would be lucky to hit somebody.
Well, these guys are up 3,000 feet. So,
yeah,
I mean,
nuts.
that's terminal fall.
Yeah, that's
But people.
I wonder how fast it would fall with a 50 caliber hole in the balloon. I mean, we could have New Jamie look that up.
Well, if New Jamie were doing New Jamie's job, New Jamie's not even in here pouring me shots.
I'm a word for the union.
We're gonna have to.
Like, we need a computer
Speaking
here to
of
look this
nudity.
stuff up on us. We're
Right.
talking.
Well,
See, then we can look
yeah,
it up.
I happen to have
what
this.
do you
this
ask?
I have this pocket-held thing with all the knowledge of the world in it.
Red balloon with 50 caliber hole, rate of descent.
Rate,
How do you figure,
rate of descent.
How do you figure that out?
I got one of those phones too. Mine's a dumb one.
We call this scientists in Los Alamos, Alamogordo. That would still reach the scientist, right?
Oh yeah. See,
He could tell us.
I love this phone. Watch it. You know, you can-
Oh my God!
Damn, that's a phone. And it still works.
oh yeah.
Fuck, you ever did that with my phone? It would.
Now that's
cry.
dumb.
It would cry. It would cry.
Dude, Jamie, we have an
Jamie,
assignment.
I need a shot.
Here you can hook him up here. That's not
New
what he had.
Jamie, we need to know how fast a hot air balloon will fall out of the sky if it has a 50 caliber size hole in it. And go.
No, go look on the internet for balloon dueling.
Balloon dueling. Okay.
She's laughing too. You guys both think I'm lying.
So actually, balloon dueling sounds a lot better than what we came up with last week about the Roman candle in the butt crack at 10 paces.
Yeah.
We were talking about doing that as a challenge for New Year's.
You stuff Roman candles up your butt
Where-
and pace off and turn around and shoot it out at each other.
You do 10 paces and then you just shoot blindly out of your butt crack.
And then the one before that was the scorpion sting in the mouth. Or
Yeah.
something like
Well,
that?
I think we decided we're not doing the scorpion sting to the mouth.
See what you're missing, Mike, is this. We just have this great show, going on. I guess.
Do you want to hear an honest to God true story? I was in England, and these two guys were downtown and got drunk. And they got in an argument over who could run the fastest. So they took a rolled up newspaper, they stuck them up their butt, lit them on fire to see who could get from one end of town to the other the fastest with fire on their butt. Swear it's the truth because one of them got arrested for indecent exposure.
Okay.
People do crazy things when they get drunk.
Okay, so she's showing us
alcohol.
She's showing us a picture of a balloon duel. It is two dudes hooked to balloons, and they're like swinging swords at each other. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna show, but I'll try to zoom it. That is. I don't think that's what he was talking about. I think they were in literal hot air balloons with the baskets, and they were shooting at each other with like muskets. And
If you're a big fan of the Mysteries at the Museum, you'll see it eventually. I'm sure.
Okay, look at Mysteries at the Museum, dueling balloons. There we go. We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty here.
I want to know.
Everybody
What's the
wants
rate
to
of
know.
dissension? If the balloon just like folded like a
Are you eating a fucking
origami.
cookie?
Sorry.
He's like,
Sorry, that's rude.
There you go, Steve. He must be hungry.
yeah. Get in there. Nothing tastes better than fucking peanut butter cookies and
microphone
Michelob Ultra.
Yes. The diet of champions.
Got to throw a roofie in on top, though, or it ain't complete.
Where's my roofie?
Here's your chance. Quick.
Can you imagine this chick's in the bar? She's like, "Is somebody roofie me? I can't handle you, motherfucker. You're so boring. Are we starting this party or what?"
It's when they ask for the Quaaludes. I just want to go to sleep.
Quaaludes. Were you fortunate enough to actually try Quaaludes when? Because my mom used to tell me about them when I was growing up,
Right,
and then
that's
of course, they're no longer available.
Oh.
And then I watched Wolf of Wall Street, the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and they were doing Quaaludes on there, and he actually gave like a tutorial on Quaalude usage where it's a sleeping pill, but if you don't go to sleep, you're just super, super high. And my mom, she told me about, oh yeah, we did these, we did that, da, 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 da. And I'm like, well, fuck, those aren't even available to me anymore. So
They went out.
he's
with
not gonna, he's like
1979.
looking at me like, I'm not gonna admit that shit.
No, I'll be honest with my drug use. I really will.
Have you ever done Quaaludes?
I've never done any illegal drugs.
I've seen
Other-
Quaaludes since like 1979.
Have you? Did you use?
Oh yeah, but I
Okay.
don't. But not since like 1979.
So you can't remember what it was like.
Well, along about the 80s, we had some crack cocaine, baby. Oh, that was it.
Crack trumps all.
Are you trying to tell us that the 70s was kind of a haze and you don't really remember a whole lot of any of it?
He fell asleep in the 70s, woke up doing crack in the 80s.
We partied hard, real hard. I probably shouldn't talk about it on tape, but
Probably not.
after the podcast, well, yeah.
There you go.
Hey, Steve, the statute of limitations is out. Don't worry about it.
Well, there's like foreign countries, and it's not good, So
Some assassins.
yeah,
You mean they're still digging up bodies?
the Hell's Angels never forget stuff.
They still owe you favors?
If you could call it that, probably.
I see.
So no, anyway.
All right.
But we had we had a lot of fun.
Taking some
I
dark
think we
turns.
didn't I tell a story or two in the. I
think so. I don't know if we were recording those.
think we were
That was
talking
just
about-
between you and I.
Parking the bus in a cafe in Mexico. Let me tell you that story. No,
I think
Yeah.
you was that on the show though, or is
Yeah.
that was? Oh, I gotta stop getting drunk
We
during
were-
the shows. I guess.
Motley Crue.
Oh, here we go. Dueling balloons. Look at us going full circle. We're actually finishing up a story that we talked about. Okay, blah blah blah.
Okay, so it happened. Now we need to figure out the rate of descent with a 50 caliber hole.
Yeah, how
in said
fast? Because
balloon.
the one dude shot and missed the balloon completely. And then the next dude, hit the other balloon, right? Is that
Yep.
okay? And then he fell to his death. So we're just trying to figure out,
And this was all over a woman. They were fighting over a woman.
God.
And she, of course,
which almost never happens.
No, it never happens. But of course, the guy that won the duel ended up with the girl.
Well, of course, I just committed murder, so have my babies.
Yeah. I've never.
There's a lot of words on here.
Starts running together.
Yeah, I
after a
think I'm
while.
just gonna watch this show because it's just a lot of words.
Yeah.
It's an 18 something.
Constructed
looks-
identical balloons. They decided to use blunderbusses, and instead of firing at each other, they decided to fire at the balloon itself. The idea was the shot would hit the balloon, which in turn caused the balloon's gas escape, bring down the balloon. Da, 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 da.
Sounds like hot air.
The two duelers entered their respective balloons. Oh my God, there was another guy in the balloon. There were two dudes in each balloon. So,
So the balloon had a pilot, and then the dueler.
They called it their second. So, all right, this dude
Oh,
is
yeah, that's
he
right.
wants a woman, and he's gonna fight this other dude for the woman. He's like, "Hey, bro, I got a great idea. Come with me in
Stand
this
still
balloon."
while this guy shoots at you.
And then he,
And you might get to smell her perfume.
oh my God! So the guy got like nothing out of the deal except to plummet to the earth.
Imagine you're the extra guy in the balloon when the first guy shoots and misses. What would I do? I'd pick this guy up, and he'd be going airborne out of the balloon. You're going to kill me. You're dying first. Go on, buddy.
You're a terrible shot. Get out of my balloon.
Yeah. Maybe the guy will have some sympathy on me. You're already dead. I'll get out alive.
And then the second guy in the other balloon's all, woo, yeah.
You win by default. What can you say?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I didn't mention the second guy in each balloon. It just
No, yeah. Well, the article that knew Jamie just showed me said, yeah, there was another guy in the balloon. It's like, you poor fucker.
Hey, Steve, I pissed off some guy, and we're going to go have a balloon gunfight. You want to come
No,
along?
oh, sure. Let me get my blunderbuss. It's here somewhere.
Some Roman candle butt crack at 10 paces.
Oh.
I actually have what do I have? I have a black powder musket or something. No, what is it?
They're crazy. Have you ever shot black powder?
I'll have to bring it out after the podcast and show you guys. But yeah, I have-
Black powder pistol? Was it rifle or pistol?
it's a rifle, dude. It's fucking as tall as I am. it's long.
Yeah, you can pick them up at Sportsman's Warehouse for like $200-300. They're dirt cheap.
Yeah,
Back in the day, you could get them as a kit and carve out the wood and the barrel and put it together. And
Oh yeah, my grandma gave me this one. I'm not sure. She said she'd had it for a long time, so I'm not sure exactly where it's from.
yeah.
Hey, Steve, I can hook you up with that, man. I got a piece of pipe and some 2x4s, man. You can have a good time.
I got one from a guy named Davey Crockett, some guy. Anyway.
I'm trying to
I
hook
got
you
it.
up with a kit thing. Give you something to do for a while, man.
You mean Davey? Wear the weird hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no warranty, by the way.
Where's who's Santa hat? Oh, he lost his Santa hat while he was shoving cookies in his gullet.
Here we go.
No, he's probably filling it up full of cookies to take home.
Right.
Yeah,
Those
for
are
later.
yours.
Hey.
Those are your cookies.
I just ate dinner before I came down.
No, I take them home with you. Merry Christmas.
My wife made a whole bunch of those. I bring any more home, and yeah, no, I won't be a good guy.
This is the BreakFace Christmas special, and I'm trying to spread cheer, man.
Eat a cookie, Mike.
I'll go down there. I'll run down the street and find the homeless.
You just start frisbeeing cookies out the window. Do you have any money? No. Have a cookie.
A kid in the back of the head, he's flying by at 45 miles an hour.
Can you imagine?
That
would hurt, and then there'd just be cookie shrapnel.
Oh, a slow motion shot of this, like a watermelon
Of a
in
cookie
this kid's
explosion.
head.
A watermelon?
Oh yeah, cantaloupe maybe.
Are you trying to kill the kid?
Well,
45 miles an hour with a watermelon.
It's a soft watermelon.
At 45 miles an hour, a
Here,
watermelon.
Jamie, is there such thing as a soft watermelon?
I don't.
She doesn't even need to Google that. Dude.
Well, you know that
You just committed murder.
when I was a kid, we were up in the tree and we threw these watermelon out, in this car passing by. And it's probably 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. And the water balloon hit at such an angle that it shattered the front glass, And and so
You're just having Santa hat issues.
we were up in the tree. That's what saved us because they stopped and got out and was pissed and looked but they never looked up in the tree and we just froze. And they never caught us.
I'd buy that story, hook, line, and sinker, Steve, but I don't think you were ever a kid. I swear.
I came
popped out
out
all tattooed,
with a
ready to
beard
go.
and tattoos and answered to Norman.
Speaking of beards,
That's like not. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just going to say Capo's beard oil, Capo's Alaskan beard oil. I think you should. I'm going to give you one of his cards, sir, because you have a mighty beard, and he makes some good product.
Good stuff.
It's 5 years in the making, man.
Yeah, and his products will actually nourish it, and it'll even grow more. His stuff is really good. I'll give you one of his cards before you leave.
Oh, okay.
Capo's Alaskan beard oil. Blue, you're here to
So we always we talk about Capos and
Capo AFC
and the Alaska Fighting Championship, which we are going to in January.
Boom. January
They're coming over to
17th.
my house and video me and my wife.
Oh, yeah. Is that the Alaska Fighting Championship on Palmer style or Wasilla style?
Yeah, I'll come
There
over
we
to
go.
my place.
Alaska. This is a non-sanctioned
I didn't know this
ballot.
one was scheduled, but that's okay.
Honey, we got to perform on the 17th.
Oh, there's no performance. All I got to do is just push the right button and
Boom.
Yeah,
You've been married long enough. You know right where that button is, right?
Yep.
If I touch this, dishes will fly. Watch.
Oh, yeah.
Where's your button, new Jamie?
Things that happened 6 years ago will be brought up.
Ugh, again.
Don't tell him where your button is, Jamie. That's not good.
Because I will push that.
He'll
motherfucker.
find it. Yeah.
Push.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to wake up with my penis on the nightstand.
Oh, Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, what don't hurt, don't work.
He got 6 figures to prove to the world that it works with some big-titted porno blonde.
This is way back in the day, right?
It's a true story.
And
They
Howard's-
sewed it back on,
and it came back bigger.
The world wondered.
They supposedly it was bigger.
I don't know anything about the size, but I do know he got paid $100,000 to have sex with a big-titted porno star, whoever that was. Anyway, I didn't see it, but
Come on.
Things talk about things turned around. I mean, you get your junk cut off, it gets carried out to some dark alley or street miles away, gets thrown out into the ditch for God knows how long.
I don't keep up with other men's love lives, so I can't.
What's funny about that whole thing is Howard Stern actually threw a fundraising party for him, and it was like on pay-per-view, and they had they were trying to raise money for John Wayne Bobbitt, and they had the meter, and it was a penis, and when it got fully erect, he got they
got
made
the money.
their fundraising goal.
And how much money did he get?
I honestly can't remember. I do remember hearing about the whole he slept with a porn star to prove that his penis still worked.
Yeah.
I remember them saying it. He was like bragging in some interview. Oh yeah, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. It's even bigger and stronger now. And I'm like, not worth it, bro.
Oh my God. Yeah, really.
And I know we're bringing up some shit from a long time ago. So you can get your penis cut off and get it reattached. But if you're fucking up that bad, man, you might just get a divorce.
Miracle. Yeah, it's cheaper, wouldn't it be?
A lot less painful.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Hey, nothing like your wife looking at you and saying, "Hey, honey, you want a screw?" Oh, never mind, I got it right here.
Never mind, I've got this. It's right here next to your balls.
No, it's on my nightstand. Don't worry about it. You can leave now.
Just think, she had to chop his dick off. I mean, physically. Nowadays, they just accuse you of something that may or may not have happened 40 years ago. So you lost your job and your career, and you're just done.
You're hitting toast. That's twice you've hit it on that.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Steve, you trying to get us ready for something here that's going to come out?
No, it was just something that they had to actually cut the dick off, years ago. Whereas nowadays they just make accusations. See how far they've come,
and it just shrivels up. Oh no!
Yeah, so, yeah,
Mr. Happy's not so happy now.
Oh,
what's funny is 40 years ago that happened, and now can this dude honestly even get an erection anymore? So
I don't know.
I'm still wondering what your infatuation with
maybe
his
new
life
Jamie
is.
New Jamie, huh?
I said I want to know what your infatuation with this guy's love life is. I don't.
John Wayne. I even remember his name, John Wayne Bobbitt. Yeah.
Wait,
Lorena Choppett. That's what I used to call her.
We just jumped around like a motherfucker right there.
I don't know.
We went John Wayne Bobbitt, 40-year accusation, probably that senator you were referring to, and then
are you? Yeah,
Viagra.
For those of you keeping track, it must have been the lewds prior to the beginning of this. Hello, 1979.
See if I ever try to do a BreakFace Christmas special again. Merry Christmas, you bastards. Oh, my God.
Yep. So what you been up to, Mike? You been making furniture out there in the valley? What are you doing?
Yeah, just finished up some trundle beds and some cabinets and a live edge, great big live edge dining table and countertops, and it's we've been busy.
Usually every time I see Mike, he's covered in man glitter. He's a hard-working guy. Do you mind if I tell him about what happened? The doctor said it wasn't contagious, but
oh, thank God! Jesus,
with your house and your
no, you can talk about that. The thing we discussed earlier.
Oh, you're right. The medical issue, medical. Got it.
Yeah.
So, no, for those of you who don't know, Mike lost his house and everything he owned to a fire.
Oh,
and
about that.
His business was attached pretty much there to his house. And chimney fire started and burnt pretty much everything to the ground. And they were, in a hotel for a while, and then an apartment or whatever. And at first insurance wasn't going to pay up, and they finally did. And but Mike has, in typical Alaskan fashion, has bounced back. The house is bigger and more beautiful than ever, and the shop is up and functioning. And if you need some furniture, go see the Alaska Woodworking Shop, right?
It's Alaska Wood Shop. We build everything. It's solid wood. We don't use press boards, chipboards, none of that crap.
Real
solid
handmade
wood.
craftsman.
And it's taken from the tree, from an actual tree. It's put through sawmills. It's put through kilns. We take it through all the entire process to a finished product, or I'll sell it to you anywhere along the way. I don't care. I'm real easy to get along with. If you got money in your hand, I'll sell it to you wherever you want it.
Whatever you make.
So Alaska Wood Shop?
Alaska Wood Shop. You Google it. I should be the top thing on Google. We're also on Facebook. We're also on Angie's List. Mm-hmm. We've been the top furniture manufacturer on Angie's List for 5 years now.
Oh, wow.
Nobody can touch me. And I try to keep my prices reasonable, but I got to make a living. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But I love what I do, and my wife criticizes me. I work about 70, 80 hours a week, and she criticizes me. But when you love what you do, you're not working. You're just having a good time.
Yeah, you're just doing,
exactly. Hey, and he just has to walk out his back door and then make a quick 3-foot U-turn right into his shop.
No.
The shop's connected to the house, right?
No. I walk out of the kitchen through the garage into my shop.
Oh, so it's just
going outside.
It's just
I wear a T-shirt
threshold
all winter. You catch me out in the winter, I'm a winter wussy. I hate getting cold, man. No. Don't walk outside.
He probably works in the nude with his slippers or some, I don't know.
Working. That's it right there. Yes.
There we go. The Alaska Wood Shop.
And, people say, what do you build? You name it. I've built surfboards.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Just about anything and everything you can think of.
Large wooden penis.
You drop your drawers, and
Obelisk.
I'll carve it out. I got a pocket knife right here. We'll just hook you right up. I'll carve it out right here. Better yet, let me whack it off. We'll take it back and make sure it's the same.
Whoa.
Make
Nobody's
a
whacking off
nice
anybody's
mold.
pee-pee. There's no whacking off here.
But I can find Lorraine and she'll hook you right up, and it's nice and sharp. Oh, this.
Yeah, we
There you
can
go. You should
circle
name
now.
your knife Lorena.
Lorena chopping.
Meet Lorena.
Yeah.
Wow, there's like 4 pictures on that new Jamie pulled up for me. These are beautiful. I love this. Looks like a bathroom sink. Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
It's a vanity top, live edge vanity top, solid birch.
Mike's got wood.
And we do 2-inch, we do 1-inch. Right now, I've got some
1-inch wood.
Eh,
All I heard was small package.
I'm gonna hold it up here. I don't know. I can zoom in on that later, but I don't think it's gonna show up. I'm gonna definitely share your website. And you said Facebook.
Yep, we're on Facebook, and we've just started processing some acacia, black walnut, and mesquite. That's 3 inches thick and varies in width from 18 inches to 3 feet, and in length from about 4 feet to about 8 feet.
Mesquite's some tough wood. Hard.
Oh yeah, it's hard on my equipment. When we got it in, we processed some of it, and my wife started processing some more of it, and I got a big mechanical sander, and we were running it back and forth through there, and we found nails in it, and I was like, gee, I'm glad I didn't put that in a planer at $200 a set for planer blades.
Yeah.
But we're finding all kinds of neat stuff. We find bullets in wood.
Somebody out there in the woods just shooting at a tree.
If he comes in, it's got a bullet in it. I sold a gun cabinet to a state trooper, and I told him you'll never be out of ammunition now. I don't ever want to hear it.
What do Okay, so it's like that vanity top there. How much does that like run typically?
I never had one run on me yet, but I'll make sure I keep an eye on them, and when one does, the cost is based on the size of it.
I like him.
He's with it. He's got the
him.
gist of the show.
Yeah, he's definitely got the gist of this show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that.
The cost is based on the square footage, and it usually with a good glaze coat, it runs about $50 a square foot finished, and that's the whole thing. And that's not the sink and the faucet. That's just the countertop.
Just the vanity top.
Yeah.
And then there's a badass bench you made.
That bench you're looking at right now is actually, believe it or not, in Hawaii.
Really?
Yes, it was made for a military couple moving to Hawaii. They wanted something Alaska. They came out. They asked me if I could make a bench of that nature. I said yeah, and 2 weeks later it was in Honolulu. And
Nice.
Steve, if you ever go down to move onto your land in Hawaii, maybe you'll run across it.
I
bring your own or steal theirs.
I've been watching videos of them building yurts and off-grid water catchment systems and solar systems and planting fruit trees. And I didn't know that you cut the top off like a pineapple and then you replant it and it will grow another pineapple. It takes 9 months. I didn't know that either, but a lot of people think that pineapples there's these trees. It's a bush on top of the ground, and the pineapple is like in the center of the bush. It's some kind of flower-looking thing, and anyway, a lot to learn, I mean, I've been watching all these cool videos. They're strolling through paradise going, yeah, that's such and such, it's edible, and they just pull it up and make themselves a salad every day, and I'm like, damn, that's so cool. It's so... and the sound of the coqui frogs is so pretty. It sounds like these little birds chirping, and they're frogs, And,
Did you say cookie frogs?
Coqui frogs.
Coqui.
Look, that new Jamie, could you look up the sound of coqui frogs on the Big Island?
The sound of a coqui frog.
Yes, it is beautiful.
Are they sniffing
But
any
it-
of that
I was
white
gonna,
powder?
yeah. Are they like
You might get an erection.
the old coca frog?
Yeah.
Coca. Yeah. Say hello to my little friend.
My little friend. Ribbit.
Now we've come a long way. Yeah. Goddamn Tony Montana. Tony Montana lived in... No, that was Florida. That wasn't Hawaii. That's right.
He was from Cuba.
That's right.
Or no, yeah, it was Cuba, right?
That's right. I heard, yeah. And he wanted you to date his sister. He's like...
Yeah, just date my sister. It's fine.
Yeah.
I won't shoot you.
He's cool with it.
No gut shots. Oh,
Right.
here we go.
There they are. There they are. Hold that up to the microphone. There you go. Now, if you heard that, would you think that was a frog? I mean, seriously. It sounds like a bird, don't it?
Yeah, that's it. did not sound like a frog.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And the
It
sounds
had a
of
nice
the jungle.
beat too. I mean, I could see freestyling to that.
Sounds of the jungle.
Wandering the
It's
island,
just-
freestyling to the Cokie
Oh,
frog.
fuck. We were over there last time. We just walked around naked, eating fruit. Oh, it was fucking hell.
Don't
great.
paint that picture. We don't want.
You don't want that mental image, I know.
No, God, no. I don't
Christmas
want
But it
is
was-
like
yeah.
right around the corner now.
But
Yeah.
I
yeah,
had nightmares.
And
the
you-
nightmare before Christmas.
we just ate
you
dinner
naked wandering an island, Jesus.
hanging from the trees. Yeah.
swinging from the
With,
trees.
like papaya on my face, and all matted, sticky hair, and
That's an interesting name,
yeah,
papaya.
chasing pigs through the forest.
Where'd you meet her?
Outdoor shower. She's a woofer. Yeah, you know the first time I sat on Big Highland, it was the first morning. I had to go take my morning piss, and you had to walk through the jungle, and it was this fruit farm with like 50 different types of fruit everywhere.
Hold on a second. I got one question.
Yeah.
How does you needing to take a morning piss play into the story at all? You could have
I
just
don't
said you
know.
need to go for a walk.
Right.
We all wanted
right.
to know you had to go take a pee.
Well, it
we
was
don't have
interesting-
some reference to the male genitalia at least
Yeah,
every
he gets
5 minutes.
lost.
Yeah, this show is
That's right.
There's no show.
That's right. It's the focal point of my whole existence. So there's this hot young woofer, which I didn't know she was a woofer or what woofing was.
Say what
And
is a
lo and
woofer?
behold,
What's a
she's
woofer?
okay. Woofers is young people. They get on the internet and they find these places like this fruit farm in Lower Puna, and they work in lieu of paying for stay. It's work for stay. That's woofing.
Okay.
And I didn't know. And lo and behold, she's from Wasilla, Alaska.
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
like, yeah, I'm from Eagle River. I'm like, holy crap. And I'd love it. And I wanted to chat with her, but again, I had to pee. That's where it come into, because I wanted to, it was, anyway,
held it.
here you are half a world away, and there's
You're in Puna.
It's the
trying to get
morning
some poon.
pee. I've
I mean, it
held
was
it-
the perfect setup there.
Poontang and Puna.
Poon. Yeah.
Puna Poontang.
Poon and Puna.
Puna Poontang.
Well,
Hey,
why
we got
didn't you-
ourselves
why
a
did-
show.
Why didn't you just, take your hand and an ink pen and write your phone number on her hand and have her call you? Or better yet, get her phone number on your hand.
Well, my girlfriend was sleeping about, I don't know, 10 yards
She ain't got a
away.
sense of humor?
No. No, we were at Volcano National Park, and there's a tourist bus pulled up, and this Latina chick with this white shorts, I'll never forget them, and she had this ass that would just make a dead man come, and I remember watching that shit, and my old lady, I managed to not get caught until we were inside the outlook or overlook little building thing there, and she said, I'm gonna go get something out of the car, and she turned and walked away, and I turned, and there was those white shorts. So I get out my phone to take a picture, and lo and behold, right as I snapped the picture, there's my old lady. She saw the whole thing, and no, she did not have a sense of humor about
I
it.
didn't. I wouldn't. I would imagine not. You just got busted like a motherfucker.
I did.
Taking
It was
ass shots.
Yeah. It was not pretty for a couple hours, but she got over it. I mean,
There's a burning question in all this, though.
okay. What is it?
How long did it take him to get that cell phone out of your ass? 'Cause she must.
she
must-
shoved it up.
Yeah, she had to have done that. man.
I don't know.
elbow
I
deep.
was I get fisted, like had enough of your shit, motherfucker. She's
That seems like an oxymoron. I've had enough of your shit when my arm's all the way up your asshole.
Right. She's got a hold of my tonsils from the inside. And all 28 feet of my lower intestine has just been stretched out over her elbow, No, anyway.
Remind me never to go partying with you.
She got over it. Right.
I ain't trying to get fisted on Puna.
Shit, my best friend, we set his nuts on fire. So, true story. We were drinking, and one night, and we had gotten a half gallon of something or other, and we got these big drinks, and we were, making drink. Every time I went up there to make another drink, he would hit the bottom of the bottle and pour more, and he kept saying, first one to pass out this, first one to pass out that. So, and I was a raging alcoholic when I was 16. So, anyway, he passed out first, and he had on these OP shorts back in the 80s. These
Ocean Pacific.
you got
Yeah,
it.
the
Those were it,
OPs.
right?
Yep.
Those were it, right?
They were the shit.
And so
Mike's like, whatever.
there's an empty room. We're at some friend's house, and he's just in no furniture in his empty room, and he's out there passed out, face down on the floor. And I take this rubbing alcohol and pour it down the crack of his ass and light it on fire. And there's this blue flame, and he's just dead asleep, and it's just burning on his ass, and we're giggling and laughing like school kids and taking pictures, and
Where at
So
what point did you think that was a good idea?
Well,
I'm gonna light my buddy's ass crack on fire.
well, we were really, really good friends.
Were
I talked to the guy yesterday, as a matter of fact. So we're still friends. Anyway, so I lit it. It went. The flame went out. I ended up lighting it a second time, and it got hot enough. Rubbing alcohol doesn't burn that hot, but anyway, it got hot enough and made the material hot enough. He rolled over, and well, then we proceeded. The girls did, not me, but they wanted to get in on it, so they got a Playboy and some mayonnaise, and they stuck his hand down his front of his shorts and opened the Playboy beside him with the mayonnaise everywhere on his face. And anyway, and they took pictures of that and thought that was funny. And I'm still not done with the alcohol, so I pour it on his nuts and light his nuts on fire. And now we got pictures of a 12-inch flame on his nuts. He wakes up to the heat and starts slapping his nuts.
Guy has to hate you.
Racks himself like tremendously hard, rolls over, moans loudly, and passes back out. We leave him alone for the next day.
Did you take pictures of that?
So it turns out
There's
he's got
mayonnaise
second-degree burns on his scrotum.
Oh my god!
And like no butt hair in his crack or nothing. It was funny.
So every time he looks at his scarred up nutsack, he thinks of you.
He never had kids. To this day, he's single. I know that shocks you both, right?
You fried his nutsack, dude.
No. What I'm trying to get over is I get here and Steve goes, "You want a beer?"
How about a roofie?
Did you opened it, right? Yeah. Don't let him hand you an open beer.
Did you drink it? We're just waiting. How long ago was that?
Just drink up the rest of that. You'll feel fine.
Yeah. This is BreakFace by Butt Pirate Promotions.
That's okay.
We're not. No.
I'm driving my wife's car, so it's okay. If I crash it, at least it's not my truck.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's how I feel too. Oh, I wrecked my wife's car. At least it wasn't my truck.
Well,
the truck wouldn't make it. It's a Ford.
Oh yeah, it would. It's a bulletproof Ford. It's a 72.
Oh,
you
believe
gotta
me,
see what this thing's been
this
through.
thing is older than the basket Moses was found in. This truck,
And it still runs like hell.
Oh,
That's I love the 70s Ford, the body style and everything.
you like
I like the old GMCs and Chevys too.
Yeah.
Dodges, I didn't like them until they got the semi-front end.
For a Ford pickup, it'd be 67 for me. That was my year. And I like the 67 Chevys too. They're much more aerodynamic, much more beautiful than the 67 Ford, in my humble opinion. But that was a good-looking truck in '67, I thought.
Well, this will make you
highly undependable, but
this will make you proud of me, Steve. You see, I did own a Chevy once, and hold on a minute. Let me finish saying it. I loved it. It was a 1956 Chevy, and it had the old flare back fenders. It had the push button starter on it.
Oh wow!
It even had the crank on the front. And I love 56 Chevy pickup.
Crank on the. I have a 56 Chevy truck right now. But anyway.
But I love that truck. And I parked it off the side of the property. When I went in the military, I told my dad, I said, I don't care if you get rid of everything I own. I want to keep that Chevy. Guess what the first thing was he sold when I got on a plane?
Asshole.
My Chevy.
Damn it.
Next thing was your room.
Oh, no. The next thing was snow machines, motorcycles, my race car, all the rest of it.
Wow.
But, yeah.
Did you owe him money?
No.
You set his nuts on fire sometime? Or?
He owed you money when you got back, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even ask. I didn't even bother.
Yeah. Nobody cut nobody's dick off?
What a shitty way to come home. You're like, oh, I served my time in the military. Woo, where's my truck? Where's all my things? All my things are gone.
It was
what
gone.
do we got new, Jamie?
Oh, she's got pictures of 56 Chevys.
Yep.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Mine has a crate motor 454, 700 R4 automatic overdrive, and a fully independent front and rear suspension. It won Best Truck at Bear Paw, its first and only show. It left the garage, went to 2 blocks down to Bear Paw, won the show. I didn't even know it. I was like eating popcorn.
I didn't even know it.
I came back and
So
some
badass
lady
it
was
wouldn't,
like,
but I'm
"Is
not
that your
looking.
truck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my truck." And she says, "They want to talk to you up front." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm in trouble." I thought I was a parking ticket or something because I just kind of parked on the edge of the show. I really didn't have it like in the show, but it was in the show. And anyway, they gave me an award for best truck, and it was presented by the other builders.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty big.
That's kind of
So-
like prestigious honor.
It's a sick truck. It's beautiful.
New Jamie's showing me pictures of all these tricked out 56 Chevy trucks.
Satin black.
Yeah. So see, I told you, Steve, you'd be proud of me. I did own one Chevy in my life, and I did love that truck, and I swore I'd never get another one unless it was about that age. Because to me, that's when they quit building decent trucks, was in the 50s. But that's just me.
When a truck was supposed to be a truck.
That's it.
In 1955, when the 55 Chevy hit with that wraparound windshield, that set GM on top for another 70 years. They weren't passed until 2009 by Toyota, and the only reason that happened was, anyway, yeah. The 80s, they made some junk and lost some customers. But everybody made junk in the 80s.
They're making a lot.
I was a mechanic in the 80s, and trust me, we were busy. It was junk.
We were busy.
Yeah, I worked for Ford. It was junk.
Yeah.
Oh man, those Topaz and Tempos. I mean, customers would come in with 40,000 miles, right? And it was an interference engine, meaning the valves would hit the pistons, and invariably they wouldn't change the timing belt. A belt, go figure, and boom. Next thing you know, you've got this $5,000 bill. In the 80s, that was a lot of money.
That was a new engine.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, it was more than the car was worth, because these cars were disposable cars. So you can imagine the look on the customer's face when they realize what they came in for a $40 timing belt ended up being a new car that they had to buy. So they weren't expecting that, and it didn't go over well. Yeah.
But I put her on a mission.
Oh.
You guys were talking. I said, hey,
Sean's cigarette.
She doesn't want to be on camera, so I told her to sneak over there and grab that Crown Royal for me.
Ooh.
And I had to prove to her that she would not be on camera before she went over there.
The crown will play show the prisoner who now stands before you.
Will you hand me that glass there, Steve?
Red-handed, showing feelings.
Oh man, he likes having a shot. That's a man shot there, man.
Of an almost human nature.
Blech. Huh?
All right. There's yours. Here's mine. Oh my goodness. That was my back in the 90s, late 90s, 2000s. We were.
That's how we do shit at BreakFace. Jameson's actually
a lot of fun.
The BreakFace drink of choice, and I can't get them to endorse us. I don't know why. Wait. You only have 500 and something followers on Facebook. We're not endorsing you. I guess I could reach out to him too. There's always that. You can always ask.
We could, boost. I don't know. Ask. I don't know. Whatever.
Need to look for some sponsors. So I did have actually something that I came up with.
Okay.
Because this is technically our Christmas special, hence the pointy hats, which yours.
I can't get it to stay on
because you got a fucking large dome.
There you go.
I bet if we yanked on that thing hard enough, we could get it to stay on there.
There we go.
Or just put it under your headphones like Mike did.
Yeah,
It holds it on, I suppose.
It does. That's what it does. You set the hat on there, and then you just.
So our
Christmas, clamp. Yeah, mine's just kind of resting on top of my head.
Okay, our Christmas special.
This is our Christmas because we're not going to shoot a show next week because next weekend's Christmas and we're just going to stay home and drink fucking eggnog. I was waiting for New Jamie to make a retching sound because she hates that shit. Christmas music.
Right.
I wanted to talk about Christmas music and
Jimi Hendrix.
And I'm going to run it by the panel here, all three of you.
Led Zeppelin.
What? No.
Oh.
Some of the Christmas music that's out there, does it not like give you the heebie-jeebies, make you wonder what the people were thinking about when they wrote some of these songs?
Like Don Me Now, Our Gay Apparel.
La 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 la.
You mean that kind of stuff?
Yeah. That kind of stuff. When gay actually meant happy.
On Donner, on Blitzen. Whoa. Now that went a whole
so I came with a couple theories about Christmas music, and I have to find them real quick here. But one of them that I can think of right off the top of my head is the "Baby, It's Cold Outside" song.
Do you know that one?
Baby, it's cold outside. I just want to go home. Baby, it's cold. And he keeps. So basically, this girl is saying, "Hey, I need to go home." And there's a guy going, "No, just stay. Just stay here." And I think that dude is the original date rapist right there. She's trying to go home, and he's like, "No, stay, baby."
Yeah, what is that guy's name?
Stay
Weinstein that just had the issues.
Harvey
down
Weinstein.
You know, that's his theme song, man.
Oh my God.
So yeah, "Baby It's Cold Out." So do you have some audio there, or let's see the lyrics? You got the lyrics pulled up?
Oh God, you're not going to sing it all, are you?
No. I wouldn't sing the whole thing.
Oh, I'll sing it. What is it?
No.
Oh, let me get my headphones off.
But yeah, so basically, it's the lady, and she's like, "I really can't stay." And he's like, "But baby, it's cold outside. I've got to go away. But baby, it's cold outside." You guys never heard that song?
No.
Not that I rings a bell. No.
The weather
killing
outside
me.
was frightful.
You're killing me.
How about,
Anyway,
how about
so-
Grandma got run over by a reindeer? Now, can you think of anything more sick than
Drunk
that?
driving.
Yeah, no
Damn
shit. And he got away.
That's
I
drunk
loved
driving.
Grandma. That pisses me off.
That's drunk driving. And nowadays, it's just some dickhead with reindeer fucking antlers and a nose on his car. Have you seen those that make his car look like he just fucking plows over your grandma?
Of course,
It's a
now
hit
on
and
the other hand, how much was Grandma worth?
I don't know.
That could be a great Christmas.
Apparently not much.
I
But,
don't know.
you
Great.
know.
Sometimes they're worth quite a bit.
Yeah, you know,
Maybe
they got a whole lifetime of collecting money. They got to be worth something.
Maybe some gold fillings.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, the
Not all.
titanium hip. That's got to be worth $100 at least.
All right. Like catalytic
All right,
converter.
I got you. We're gonna just part grandma out.
Yeah, you know.
Not all grandmas are parted out equally.
How much
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Hey, heart, lungs, kidneys? Those got to go for a good buck.
Wow.
Well, depending on how old your grandma is. Yeah.
Those are out,
Well,
out of warranty slightly.
Hey, have a new kidney. It's only gonna last like 6 months. But it's new.
And we won't,
Never mind the gray color.
Yeah.
It's okay.
and we won't tell you about all the booze you drank.
This is the
Either
silver
look
model.
it up.
We've upgraded you to the platinum.
No,
That's
no,
why
no,
it's gray.
It's all broke in. It's got all the kinks worked out.
Last year's model, trust me.
Well, I'm glad you guys brought that one up because I didn't think about that one. But so I got another one. Like Santa Claus is coming to town.
Okay.
You know,
He's coming
How's
on-
that? He knows when you're. How's it go? He knows when you're awake. How does he know? Because he's peeking in your room, right?
Santa is a peeping Tom.
He's a magical stalker.
He must be.
That is Santa
I'm
Claus.
still stuck on coming to town. Wait a minute. Think about that just for a second.
Well, they frowned upon Santa Claus is coming in your mouth, so they had to switch it up a little bit.
Wait, I was going to make a gay joke, but fuck, guys. Come on.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Come on, guys.
Are you sure you want to put this on the internet?
Oh yeah, I do. There's been worse.
We're never going to run for office, Mike.
Oh my god!
No.
Fucking,
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
he's
Take
okay.
take a stab at what my theory is on that one. Rudolph the Red-Nosed.
Rudolph the Red Nose.
No.
He probably is a coke addict, hence the red nose.
We'll go.
And he seems to be flying the highest. So I'm going to go with a coke addict.
I like that. I thought that he was probably based on somebody's drunk uncle. You know, they get the old whiskey nose and.
They were partying with Steve as well.
Well, that would make sense. Rudolph. I think he was partying with Frosty the Snowman, who is your neighborhood coke dealer.
None other than.
Right. He's your neighborhood coke dealer.
Right.
And Rudolph the Red-Nosed, he's a drunk coke addict, and Frosty's fucking him up.
That's right.
So remember, kids, the next time you build a snowman in the front yard, you're advertising for mom and dad selling Coke.
That's right.
Yeah.
Can you just
We got
remember?
all kinds of snow here, you know.
And you just remember drunk, coked out Rudolph is fucking taking stalker Santa to little kids' bedrooms so he can see if they're sleeping or awake.
Making dreams come true 1 kilo at a time.
Oh, then there's of course. Do you hear what I hear?
He's wanted in 2 counties, 3 countries, and 2 universes.
2 universes. There you go. Do you hear what I hear?
I don't know. What do you hear?
That's a delusional motherfucker right there.
Oh.
Everybody's like, nope.
No.
We sure fucking don't.
You can hear the voices. It's when you start having the conversation back. That's when you get like, what the fuck?
So I thought that any other Christmas songs that you guys know, like where do you think they were inspired from? That's what the whole point of that was. It's like, everybody wants to be like, oh, it's about cheer and joy and this. I'm like, bullshit. You don't usually write fucked up songs like this when you're just kicking it and being happy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, but there's a group called the Youpers. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
The Youpers?
The Youpers.
From Upper Michigan?
Yep. D-U-U-P-P-E-R-S
Like Upper Michigan.
or something like that. And if you want some really good screwed up music, go to them.
Jamie's got it.
Yeah.
She's on it.
They've got some really good music.
The Youpers.
They're called the Youpers.
The Youpers.
Have you ever heard a song called The Rusty Chevrolet?
No.
Rusty Chevrolet.
Don't look that up on Urban Dictionary, folks.
No, it's about a guy that's driving down the road in his beat up truck, and I think it's called Rusty Chevrolet. And the doors are flopping, and you can see the snow through the floorboards, and the engine's popping, and the tires are flat, and the heater. The only thing that really works is the radio, and the heaters quit long ago, and yada yada yada. It's quite the song, but they do quite a repertoire of music that's very good. That, for a country boy that enjoys it, it kind of plays into this because they do have some, believe it or not, some Christmas music that they put out.
Okay.
But unfortunately, if it's the Youpers.
The Youpers. Sorry, I had to sneak behind you because my screensaver kicked out on the laptop and there's like pictures of my family popping up there.
I thought I was out there at the airport, the TSA again there for a minute.
Steve said this wasn't going to last very long, so I'm like, okay, how long have we been on?
It's
called editing,
I guess we've been going a while, haven't we?
I guess we should tell him now. Caveat to this: I don't edit.
Oh,
yeah.
So if you've said anything.
Yeah,
man, I don't do that.
Did you sign the paper when you came in, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The one that says that I get to sue the shit out of you.
I will give up no rights at all.
And by you will be formally referred to as Steve for the rest of this document.
Oh my God. Shame.
I try not to say anything I'm going to regret tomorrow. That's why I don't drink too much.
Wow. I can't tell if maybe I just don't care or if I'm just full of regrets because I've been doing this show for like a year and a half. Thanks, new Jamie.
And she's on it with those dates and stuff.
She looks like she has an old school phone from like, when they first invented them. She's like, hello? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
It's got one of those megaphones on it,
Oh, here we go.
That sounds like an upper.
The Youpers.
Here we go.
This is the Rusty Chevrolet.
I think that's what it's called, yeah.
Dashing through the snow in my rusty Chevrolet. Down the road I go, sliding all the way.
Why do they sound Canadian?
They're about that far. You know where Upper Michigan is?
Oh, Upper Michigan. Yeah, duh.
Oh, rust and smoke, the heaters broke, the door just blew away. I light a match to see the...
Okay.
I told you they do some good Christmas music.
It's not even necessarily the lyrics, which are funny, but it's like the delivery of the guy. Like
some of those old songs are, the curls on the girl's in the seat was in the Ford, matching the gas tank. Go Ford.
Yeah, but even their commercials are good. One of their commercials are you tired of the drip, drip, drip of gonorrhea? Get Roto-Rooter, that's the man. Just flush your troubles down the drain, Roto-Rooter. But they all kinds of stuff like that.
Wow. Draining prostates since 1928.
Holy fucking shit, I feel... like there's no better way to end a BreakFace Christmas special than talking about gonorrhea.
Yeah.
I honestly feel...
the conversation can't go any further downhill.
I think... oh, my God. Well, fuck.
Not a creature was stirring.
I told you he'd regret having me on the show.
Oh, no, not at all. I want you to come back because this is great. Oh, you made me cry, though. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. So I guess on that note,
we have to thank our sponsors.
Yeah, we're gonna say thank you to Alaska Fighting Championship, AFC
Badass motherfuckers.
Sarah, in their new home, the Alaska Airlines Center. You can see them on UFC Fight Pass. Their next live event will be AFC 136, January 17th, 2018.
Buy a ticket.
Buy tickets. Go visit. It's great. The new venue. You're like closer to the action the way they got the stadium set up. The parking is free. Whereas they used to be at the Sullivan. Yeah, and you used to have to pay for parking.
It's a sore dick.
You can check them out at alaskafighting.com. They're on Facebook at Alaska Fighting. Shoot, she's on Snapchat, Twitter. Just look up Alaska Fighting. You'll find them all over the place. And then Capo's Alaskan Beard Oil. Capo's
Get some, Mike.
beardoil.com.
I'm going to try it out.
You ain't got a beard.
I'm trying. It's a starter set.
I don't have a beard either, but I use his product for my little chin palm here.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's great, man. Your skin feels
It's a
good.
donut
Yeah.
hole. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know.
I don't know.
What are you inferring, sir?
See, I don't.
Donut hole.
Are you gay? No.
I don't know whether I'd want to use that stuff or not. Because I do all kinds of weird stuff to my beard.
It might catch in fire, you know.
I can do this and give people that dead eye look.
But it
And
might be
or I can
Some
or I
good
can go with-
moisturizer.
Yeah, I can go with the Arab look. You know.
Well, see, it's just some oil. It'll
It's
actually
Yosemite
help
Sam.
you be able to shape it a little bit better too.
Yosemite
see,
Sam.
what I'm trying to do is get it about that long so I can pull it over the top of my head and back down. And
Do
then
a
I'm gonna
comb
go.
over.
Yeah, I do a little comb over here, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna have the hairstylist,
Like
do their
Donald
thing
Trump.
on it. And, yeah, maybe I can get a part in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah.
They get paid big bucks to fix your hair, don't they?
Well,
Beauty salons, you go in and
heck
fix
yeah.
it. Hey, take all your own, honey.
I thought they got paid big money to tear hair out or what's that, waxing, bikini wax? Oh my God. How do they do that?
You want a
I
man
don't know.
zillion?
Have you experienced it, Steve?
No.
Then how would you know what it feels like?
Well, I don't even. I just skip right to the nudity. I don't even put the bikini on. For me, I don't know what you guys do, but so. Therefore, I don't.
How did we go from bikini waxing to being nude?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you technically have to be nude to get
technically
bikini
it
waxed,
just
I
keeps
guess.
happening to me, and I'll go in Africa, and God dang, I'd like to forget the whole thing.
But if anybody talks
Donkey
about
show.
bleaching their assholes, I'm out of here.
Whoa. Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Jenna
well-
Jameson.
Yeah, we just keep the alcohol away from you, Steve.
Your asshole is safe. It won't get bleached.
Alcohol.
No
does a body
alcohol for
good. Yeah. No assholes were harmed in the making of this episode.
Okay.
Oh, my hat's falling off.
We got one more sponsor, of course, is the Veterans Party of Alaska, run by us. And,
Those two over
So
there.
these two idiots who, for some reason, signed their name on the dotted line. I don't know.
I don't feel like you're instilling much confidence when you say this is a party run by these two idiots.
Right. Yeah.
No, just all shenanigans aside, go check those guys out because they're trying to.
We want our country back.
They want the country back, and then the government is just
Out of control.
Out of control. It's fucking out of control.
Yeah.
So check that out. Merry fucking Christmas, because
Yeah.
we're not going to see you till after the new year. You're not going to hear our beautiful voices.
Oh, they get a break. Giving them some time off. They must love that.
Yeah, they're
They're cutting checks and mailing them in, going, God, thank you.
Is that how we get money?
Yeah, it's a fundraiser.
Sweet. We could use some new mics and some mic stands if you want to donate for me to
We need
shut
money.
up.
That's right. Yeah. Go fund me.
Go fund you.
Fund me. I don't know what that means, but
All right. Well, Merry Christmas from BreakFace. We'll see you in the new year. Mikey.
No, Mikeys.
Mike, thank you for being on. We'll have you on again because
I had a great time being here.
Yeah, awesome.
Come and hang out and
Yeah.
give Steve a bunch of shit and
yeah.
as soon as the cameras and mic goes off, he's gonna run away.
not quite that quick. Usually Steve's a lot better at giving me crap than what he was tonight. I don't know. He's taking it easy. He didn't want to scare me off, I guess. But that's okay. When the mics go off and
It's
the
his
cameras
first
go off,
show.
it's-
We take it easy on him. His first
Yeah,
show.
There we go. Yeah. Well,
Maiden voyage.
just got to break you in a little bit.
I'm broken.
Yes.
I got
There you
I
go.
got the whole drift. I know how to fight back. Steve knows it.
All right.
Can you not give him the squeaky chair next time?
What, new Jimmy? Oh, new Jimmy. What'd you say?
Can you not give him the squeaky chair next time?
Oh, I like
Squeaky
the
chair.
squeaky chair.
That's what that was all
That's
this
how
time.
you know the show is authentic and real, and we just don't fucking care.
Actually, it's focus. I have gas. Don't worry about it. It'll go away. And you can't smell it at your distance, so you're safe. But
Smell
these
it.
poor guys, man.
Smell-o-vision. We're working on it.
Why do
bitches.
you think he's drinking Crown Royal? It's to kill a smell. And poor Steve over here, he's just suffering.
I don't know.
And on that note, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, BreakFace.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, my face.